Oh God. Use my foot. Dang it. Get out of there. It's not going as planned. Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? EXO coming at you here, feeling fresh, feeling good. I hope you are doing awesome as well. I've been trying to gain some weight lately, but it never seems to work out. Dang it, stupid crones, I'm telling ya. But here we are in the garage about to be finishing up my fancy old subs. We'll be running 12 of the Soundstream XXX18s that just got painted up last video, and they look amazing. Can you even believe these were on the same exact subwoofers that we blew to smithereens in that crazy YouTube video? Man, I had so much fun doing all that, especially before this restoration process. To me, it would have been a waste not to blow them up for fun. But to this day, I still get those misguided comments from random bros, people calling me an a-hole for destroying subs for no reason. But with this little platter laid out right here, I sure hope they can finally see what I've been getting at all these years. We're bringing these puppies back to life. In order to do that though, there's a few more things to take care of. Number 1, remove debris. The gap for the voice coil loves to collect small bits of debris and metal shavings. We'll need to carefully clean out the inside to avoid any problems. Number 2, remove rust and recoat. The back plates of each motor have also started to oxidize. We'll need to remove all that and scuff up the surface for new coating. Number 3, replace old hardware. The motors were originally held on by 6 soft metal Phillips. We'll upgrade them all to grade 8 hex heads and paint the back bolts with black for good measure. Number 4, reattach motor and basket. Each sub needs to be reassembled with threadlocker and glue, so we'll tighten everything down before adding the new recones. Here's 8 of the 12 recone kits right here. New voice coils, new spiders, wires, cones, surrounds, new everything. But that's for another video. There's already plenty of work in store for today, believe me. So let's stop gabbing and get this show on the road. At second glance, looks like we got a couple extra stragglers laying behind, a lock washer here on the rim, a couple bristles waving hello, and years worth of SPL dust. I'll grab the big chunks by hand and the rest with tape. It'll stick things down all better. Oh, looks like we got another breach here, a little deeper than I'd like. See that little piece of stuck on the pole in there? I gotta be careful because sometimes even the slightest nudge can push it further into the gap like a wiggling worm, but looks like we're doing good. Not today, sucker. Now there's all sorts of ways that stuff gets stuck in here, but in my case, when prepping for paint, the frickin' wire wheel was blowing chunks everywhere. Several feet away too, but the magnets still managed to suck in some pieces real good. As for the other small bits though, nothing stands a chance against good old Gorilla Tape. Oh, all right, well, I just realized something. There's some leftover windings from a blown voice coil still stuck inside. Looks like we had a little more fun than we bargained for. Now, this could be a pain in the butt, but luckily it's not going to be because this motor has holes for cooling the coil. We can just stick something through there and push out the old windings. Easy peasy. She's coming now, I can feel it rocking back and forth. The front camera should be seeing something come out the pole pretty soon. We're gonna be giving birth to some copper windings here in a couple seconds. Oh yeah, she's almost there. We got a turtle head poking out. I can see it coming there. Oh, she is, a little wafer coming right out. She's still got that stank too. That good old voice coil stank. Oh, I love it. Come on, baby. Don't be stubborn now. She was slightly stubborn, but ended up tumbling right out. Can you believe there's over 600 feet of this wire wound up in a typical sub like this with about 75 windings high and 8 layers thick? And I'll be curious now if there is any more magnetic debris down there that is stuck. So I'm gonna give her one more little rub down because that copper was taking up a good bit in there. So I wanna get that tape down to where we weren't able to stick it and make sure we get every single thing that's magnetic out. Another couple tape jobs deep down and we should have this thing fully clean. I just want to make sure that we get all the stuff that's magnetic gone first before we take a blower to this. Yeah, she's looking good. Take a look at that. Less and less each time. If we were to take the compressor to this thing and start blowing, it would have been more difficult to get those larger chunks pushed all the way down. The next step will create a little bit more mess, but at least it's not magnetic. We're gonna take our chisel and oh gosh! That's some strong field there. We're gonna take off this little vent plate because it's really doing more obstruction than it is protection, and we're gonna have a very neat and tidy installation with not very many objects. So we're gonna take this off for that much better cooling. There, can't get much better than that. Nice and clean, and that'll be much better airflow. And with a nice blowout, we finally got the voice coil gap clear of all the debris, and now we gotta tape her up so we don't get any more debris on her. And there we go. Just a nice close shave with this. Now let's go grab some rubbing compound and finish the job. There we go, a little something like that. Just wipe her down clean. And now I'm thinking, after looking at this, and most of them behind me are the same way as this, I think I'm gonna leave the top plates the way they are. It's only the back plates that are giving us all that trouble with, So, like I was saying, you know, there's scratches all over the place. It's basically imperfection central. So those are gonna get the brunt of the attention. I still haven't figured out if I'm going white or black, but I got both of those cans. So we need to prep this surface carefully, removing the chrome plating. Now, I've already done this once before, and I've found that these particles that come off are magnetic, and there's still some holes right here, and tape won't do the trick. So I actually doing a little trick right here that I just figured out. It works really good. I'm gonna plug up these holes with some wet paper, almost like a little spit wad back in the day. Now this will easily fall right out once we take the tape off the other side, but we need to make sure that no metal flakes get stuck while we prep this back surface. That would defeat the whole purpose of putting that tape on there. And take a look at this, see, nice and flush. There's nothing getting through there. Ready for our little palm sander, but we gotta do a little strip tease before that with this rubber booty. Let's take her off. So we'll probably give this thing a nice soaking too. Try to restore this rubber, bring her back to life. See, just a little bit of dust and debris in there, nothing bad. But here we go. Hey, it's not as bad as the other one that I saw in there. We got one sub in there that's like dang near just like mineral red, but this doesn't look bad at all. We got a couple more shards that you can see underneath, so we got to make sure that we take care of that. And now let's go ahead and get to sanding this thing. right, so we've been sanding for about 10 minutes and I think I'm gonna call it good. We're definitely making the surface porous enough to have paint stick to it, and I think I've chosen the color. Because the boot is black and the baskets are white, there's a little two-tone action going on, so I think the next color in line would be white. So white, black, white. I'm not doing the whole thing going down in the elbow because the rubber booty covers up that whole part. Figured I'd take these little guys out real quick so we can get a double two-tone effect with both the baskets and the bolts. It should look pretty good if we do it that way, especially if we go black. I might just replace them or, you know, paint them, who knows, but either way, it's really gonna pop if we go that route. We're moving right along, make that coat number 4 of the primer slash adhesive promoter, and I gotta say, it already looks like a topical coating if I do say so myself. Ooh, look at that. Well, so much for making a thing that would collect all the overspray. What in the world? It's freaking pouring everywhere. All right, that makes 2 coats of Spray Max down. Nice generous helpings. We're gonna let that seal the deal. And yeah, now she just needs some time to set in and cure. So let's go have a nice little cheese bread stick, and we'll come at you guys tomorrow morning after a nice, holy crap, look at my mask fogging up like crazy. After a nice cure sesh. Oh man, it's coming together now. All right, look at what we've got here. Progress, I'm feeling great. The paint job turned out fantastic. We've got her lifted off the table so we don't scratch it and scuff it because it's gonna take some time to fully cure, probably 30 days or more, but it's dry enough now to at least be working with it. So let's get the basket on next because that's gonna be essentially the podium from now on. So the paint doesn't essentially have to touch anything for a good while until we get the build finished. So let's get the bolt pattern matched up just like it was, nice and flush. Oh yeah, look at that. And with our fresh new hardware, it's gonna be even stronger than it was before. That hardware feels super rugged. I just applied a ton of force. That basket is on there nice and strong. Let's go ahead and teeter-totter her upside down because now it's time to get the rubber booty. We are almost done with this video. Try to do this the right way. What's the best way to go about this? Maybe do one of these numbers. 1, 2, 3, get out of there. Oh gosh, it's not, oh gosh, I made a mistake. Oh man, oh God. I'll use my foot. Dang it. Get out of there. Okay. Didn't go as planned. It's not going as planned. I gotta tip this upside down. Okay. 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 Alright. Lip. Use the lip. Holy sh**. I am glad I started filming this. Alright. Get it on the table. It's so much more cumbersome with the basket on. It feels so much heavier. Okay, nice and gently. Whew. Okay, we're in good shape. Nothing is damaged. Everything's nice and glossy. Now we can start peeling. Oh, this feels good. All right, is that it? I think we got all the tape. Take a look at that booty. Whew, so nice and big. And you can see how the paint doesn't need to be perfect here on the back plate because the rubber boot that goes on top of this sits perfectly flush. I just cleaned her off nice and spiffy with some soap and water and WD-40 to bring back that nice black rubber shine. Let's go ahead and line up the Soundstream parallel with the back bolts here. There's one part of this that's missing right now, but hopefully when the mail comes, maybe by the end of this video, I still haven't gotten the mail today, are my McMaster black oxide hardware for the back plate. Today, hopefully, is the day that we can get this thing buttoned up, finally finished. Come on, sucker. She sits real, oh yeah. She sits so flush up against that. And guess what? I'll give you a little preview tease of something that I'm gonna be applying to the back of this, so when we put it down, it won't get scratched. Let me know what you think of that, but here we are, guys. Here is the sub. Let's go ahead and get some better views of this thing. Heck yeah, guys, mailman coming through in the clutch. That sounds like screws to me. Well, there we have it, fellas. One whole sub complete. Well, besides the recones, she's walking the runway, strutting her stuff for us on video. I'm so pleased. Look at that two-tone effect, especially with those little extra touches up there. And I'm thinking the aluminum ring that we're gonna put up there for a little slider plate is gonna be black too, so it'll like double on up that two-tone effect. I can't even speak right now because I'm just so pumped. We have to do everything that we just did all over again. 1, 2, 3, 12 more times. No, 11 more times. So I'm not gonna hassle you guys with doing the same thing over and over again. I just wanted to bring you through the process of this from start to finish, and aren't you glad we did? I'm just blown away that this was garage results with spray cans. This whole painting process has been quite the ordeal. 10 times more work. When we started doing our baskets, I made a huge flubdubulous, getting overspray all over my truck. Where is my truck? Don't you worry, guys, that's the great news. I'm coming in with the flawless touch, here with a local guy with the whole thing taken care of. Clay bar polish, ceramic coating, the works. So I figured I'd pretty much just do all that since I had so much work to do here at home, and it is looking mighty fine. Oh my word, holy, you can see your reflection in the whole dang thing. Can't get much better than that now, can it, fellas? Protected for the future and parked under shelter right now. That's why it's missing from the driveway. I have a car tent, kind of a makeshift car port, on the way. It's gonna be delivered in 2 weeks, but until then, I am not parking underneath all of these trees. It's gonna be 13 by 24 by 10, and we're gonna finally be able to park inside something. It's too big to fit inside my garage, even with deflating the tires. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, remember to slap a thumbs up, and if you're willing to admit something so stupid that you once did, like me, myself, over here with my stupid van situation, that will be today's trivia. Well, little comment challenge. What is the stupidest thing you've ever done while doing car audio, or for that matter, any project whatsoever? So until the next video, this is EXO signing out. Be sure to check out Showtime Electronics with your EXO coupon code. Every little bit helps, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'll talk to you on the rebound. I've got some work to do.